CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you could be with us on this Friday. A 21-year-old Brampton man pled guilty today in a North Bay courtroom for driving into a city police officer. The accused tried to evade police after failing to comply with the traffic stop. As CTV's Eric Tashner tells us, his original attempted murder charge was withdrawn months ago.
Sahibjot Singh pled guilty to 6 charges, including assault of a peace officer, impaired driving, and flight from police, among other offenses. In an agreed statement of facts between the Crown and defense, the court heard Singh was driving a stolen 2020 Toyota RAV4 on Wild Street in North Bay on May 31st, 2024, when police used a license plate reader and tried to stop the vehicle. Singh drove off. Acting Sergeant Justin Briere located him in a parking lot on Memorial Drive. Singh backed into Briere, striking him and pinning him between the SUV and another vehicle, and proceeded to get away before ramming into Briere's cruiser and another vehicle, causing $9,000 in damage. He fled, running a red light at a high speed. He was eventually arrested and fingerprints identified him. Singh was found to be in possession of a little over a gram of heroin. His attempted murder charge was withdrawn months ago. Blood analysis found he had meth, amphetamine, and morphine in his system at the time of the incident. Singh, who is in Canada on a student visa from India, was studying at Canadore College. He's currently the subject of an immigration warrant and does not plan to challenge any deportation order. The court heard that he fell into the wrong crowd. Singh's family in the Peel region, India, and the Sikh temple he attended wrote letters to Justice Erin Lanevool asking that she give him a second chance. In his victim impact statement, Briere says while his physical injuries have healed, he still suffers from PTSD. The Crown is seeking 5 years minus time served. Meanwhile, the defense is arguing Singh should receive an enhanced credit for 15 months he's already served in jail. Sentencing is scheduled for October 24th. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Well, we are heading into the last long weekend of summer, so what's the weather going to be like? For more details, we go to CTV's Amanda Hicks filling in for Rick Wyman.
Thanks, Tony. You are going to want to cover up those plants this weekend. Your first look at weather is brought to you by CAA. You can become a member at getcaa.ca. So yes, we have a frost advisory. I can't believe I'm saying that during this last long weekend of summer, but yes, frost advisory in effect. Single-digit temperatures overnight, hitting the freezing mark in some areas. So you are going to want to cover those plants up, protect them. But the good news is we are going to be seeing some sunshine throughout the weekend and the next couple days. I'll have more details on that a little bit later on in the show. Tony.
Thanks a lot for that, Amanda. Homeowners in Elliott Lake found an old explosive device which led to the road closure on Pearson Drive yesterday. Police were called by the homeowners who had packed up the device to take to the dump when they decided to call police instead. Provincial police arrived on scene to shut the road down while they waited for the explosive disposal unit from North Bay. The device was not suspicious in nature, just an old piece of ordnance. No charges are being laid. Timmins police have arrested and charged 2 people in connection with the recent check cashing scam. On August 21st, a victim was approached by 2 people outside a bank on Pine Street and asked the victim to cash the check for them. The victim agreed, but a few days later was contacted by the bank to let them know the check was fraudulent. A man and a woman have been charged with 4 counts each of fraud and possession of property obtained by crime. There have been several community events this week leading up to International Overdose Awareness Day on Sunday. Today, at the Rezo Access Network in Sudbury, there was an open house. More on that from CTV's Alan Everson.
This is a harm reduction window at the Rezo Access Network, where supplies to make drug use safer are handed out. Officials at the nonprofit say there are misconceptions that handing out safe supplies enables or causes substance use.
Harm reduction is a very crucial evidence-based method when working with people who use drugs and with the general community. Harm reduction really just is exactly that. It's about reducing harm. So that's anything from wearing your seatbelt when you're in the car to using a new and sterile syringe.
Nickel Bell's MPP and NDP health critic Franck Chelina was at the open house and says more needs to be done to help people and community partners deal with the opioid crisis.
The opioid overdose crisis is an epidemic, a pandemic that should be looked after by the provincial government and isn't. But I have faith in my community that together we will help each other and we will make sure that people get the support that they need when they're ready.
At the open house, there was also a demonstration on recognizing and responding to overdoses to increase awareness and knowledge.
We want to educate people just on the fact that, that naloxone is temperature sensitive, that naloxone is safe for people to use. And even if someone were to use it and it wasn't an opiate overdose, it wouldn't cause harm.
Organizers of the open house say International Overdose Awareness Day is about remembering lives lost, family and friends impacted, and to end the stigma of drug-related deaths. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
All right, it's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Amanda has your full weather forecast. First, though, let's head to Parry Sound. There's a live webcam look courtesy of Northern Creations. It's 18 degrees Celsius. We're back after this brief commercial break.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Welcome back and happy Friday. Happy long weekend, last long weekend of summer. Let's make it a good one. We are going to be seeing some frigid temperatures throughout the weekend. Frost advisory in effect, single-digit temperatures overnight. So keep that in mind if you are heading out and about. Maybe you're wanting to do a bonfire at some point this weekend. The good news is we are going to have some pretty nice weather for that. Some sunshine, lots of sunshine on the way to start the week next week as the kids start school. Let's get into it with the 5-day forecast. And we've got some sunny skies on the way for tomorrow, high of 21 degrees, 24 on Sunday. A mix of sun and cloud for Labor Day Monday, high of 25. Pretty nice temperatures there, pretty comfortable. Stretch of sunshine continuing into Tuesday, high of 24, and then cloudy skies on Wednesday, and temperatures fall below seasonal there. The normal for this time of year is about 20 degrees. For Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, mainly sunny skies for tomorrow, high of 20, 24 on Sunday with sunny skies, sunshine continuing into Monday and Tuesday, high of 24 on Tuesday, and then a chance of showers by the time Wednesday rolls around. For Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of showers for tomorrow. Only a slight chance, though. High of 21 with some sunny breaks there. Mix of sun and cloud on Sunday. Sunshine on Monday, high of 27. That would be a good way to spend your Labor Day long weekend at the beach. Mix of sun and cloud on Tuesday, high of 25. For Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, mainly sunny skies for tomorrow, high of 21, just slightly above seasonal, which is 20, 25 on Sunday. Sunny skies there. Monday, high of 27 there, a good day for a barbecue. That's why I'm throwing the grill icon in there. Mix of sun and cloud on Tuesday, high of 25, and then cloudy skies on Wednesday. And finally for North Bay, West Nipissing, mainly sunny skies for tomorrow, high of 21, 23 on Sunday, stretch of sunshine continuing into Monday, and then Tuesday, high of 25. But then by the time Wednesday rolls around, 19 degrees with cloudy skies and single-digit temperatures as well, only 9 degrees overnight. So it will feel a little bit cooler at points throughout this weekend, Tony, but we're seeing some sunshine, and that's good news. Back to you.
How true is that? Thanks so much for that, Amanda. Premier Doug Ford says Ontarians are done with spending scandals at school boards. His comments come as the province's education minister is floating the idea of doing away with elected trustees. CTV's Spencer Turcott has more on this.
Well, There's some good and there's some bad ones.
Premier Doug Ford is referring to Ontario school boards on the province's proverbial naughty list. The Ministry of Education has been working to address ongoing cases of financial mismanagement.
People are done with these school trustees wasting money, and they're done with a lot of these school boards.
One case in particular, a trip to Italy last year taken by 4 trustees from the Brant Hold'em and Norfolk Catholic District School Board.
School board trustees decided it would be a great idea to fly to Italy, spend $120 some odd thousand on their junket and their trip, have a great time in Italy, and say it's for Italian artwork, and bring back $100,000 of Italian artwork.
In total, the trustees racked up a bill of nearly $190,000. They also splurged on luxury car rentals, high-end hotel stays, and fancy dinners. Education Minister Paul Calandra ordered a review of the school board and for the amounts owing for the trustees' travel expenses to be repaid fully within 30 days.
Last time I went to schools, it's the kids' paintings and everything else that are on the wall, not $100,000 of Italian artwork.
Since then, Calandra appointed supervisors to take over and make decisions for some of Ontario's biggest school boards. In an email to CTV News, the minister's press secretary said the current school board governance structure is outdated and needs to be modernized, saying all options, including changes to governance and the role of elected trustees, are on the table.
My initial reaction is one of grave concern.
The recent comments have the president of the Canadian School Boards Association worried about the thought of getting rid of school board trustees. Alan Campbell says having an education system centralized at Queen's Park strips communities of their democratic voice and prevents schools from being responsive and representative of a community.
It's reckless and it's irresponsible. And so the message needs to be to Minister Calandra that he needs to do away with this proposal. It's catastrophic.
Meanwhile, the Premier is backing his education minister's crackdown on school boards.
We're going to make sure they balance their books, and I know Minister Calandra is doing a phenomenal job.
Spencer Turcotte, CTV News, Kitchener.
To the Ontario Hockey League and training camps, the Sudbury Wolves are getting closer to determining their final roster. CTV's Madison Merrier has more.
Things are getting more intense for the Sudbury Wolves in the final white versus blue scrimmage today.
Obviously, every shift is kind of looked at pretty closely, every period and every game in whole, right? But biggest thing we need, it's like a puzzle, right? You can't have 25 goal scorers. You need guys to be able to defend, play different roles, be good teammates in the room, and this is still just a small part of it.
The team still has about 40 players at camp, and the roster needs to be trimmed to around 25 before the season starts. Coach Barney says the players are still fighting for spots, and he expects the final cuts to be made in around 10 days.
It's been good. It's something that personally I'm used to. Like I said, it's my 5th time doing it, and I think it's just good to kind of start it off with really intense scrimmages and practices, just to kind of introduce the younger guys just to know what it's like to play for an OHL club.
Many of the older players have taken on a leadership role, inspiring the new wave of players.
Even some guys that have been released earlier have made that comment that the older guys have helped them a lot through the camp, and for us that's huge, right?
Yeah, I mean, time flies in this league. I remember my first day here and I was looking up to the older guys, so now I'm kind of in that older role now, as it's my last year here, and obviously I want to teach the young guys how to be a leader and just be a respectful guy on and off the ice.
Some fans were already in the stands, trying to get a preview of what the season has in store for this hockey town. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
They are moving in. Coming up on CTV News at 5, students attending colleges and universities are getting settled before classes begin next week.
Sit. This week's edition of Love Local takes us to Gagnon Opticians in New Sudbury. This is Amber Fournier, registered optician at Gagnon. Did I get the name and title right, first of all?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. This amazing local business has been around for a while. Why don't you take us back in time? Tell us a little bit of the history of Gagnon Opticians.
Yeah, so the business was started in 1968 by Omer Gagnon. He started his first store downtown Sudbury. It was just him as a registered optician and one receptionist. Later came to hand the business off to his daughter José Gagnon, who is also an optician. who then sold the business to me 2 years ago.
It might be an obvious question, but what exactly do you offer to the community here at Gagnon Opticians?
So we have the largest selection of eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, low vision aids in all of Northern Ontario. We also offer the only on-site full surfacing lab in all of Northern Ontario.
And how has the community really come together to support this local business over all these years?
So this is one of my favorite things about this business, is that we every day see so many people that have been coming in for 30, 40, 50 years. They came in and got their very first pair of glasses at Gagnon Opticians and have been coming back ever since. So that's one of my favorite things.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I have to ask, what do you see for the future of Gagnon Opticians?
So my kids have shown a big interest in this business, so I'm loving the fact that I was able to keep it local, and I'm hoping to keep it that way with my family.
And for those who are interested, they want to find out more details, get some information, what's the best way that people can find you?
So our website is GagnonOpticians.com, or they can call the store at 705-560-5151.
That's another edition of Love Local. Tune in next week to find out where else we'll be.
A group in Canada is determined to conserve water, wetlands, and wildlife. In fact, Ducks Unlimited Canada is encouraging people this summer to experience nature, a beautiful landscape, without having to worry about finding a parking spot. To talk more, Linda Warren, Conservation Program Specialist with Ducks Unlimited Canada, now joins us from Barrie. Hi there, Linda.
Hi, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Before we get into the areas that people can visit, are more people getting out and exploring nature?
Yes, we've noticed that a lot more people are getting outside, especially during the summer months, to enjoy a lot of our natural areas.
So let's talk about Lake Laurentian, the wetlands in Sudbury. A lot of people stop there. What makes it so unique?
Lake Laurentian is an incredible partnership project between Ducks Unlimited Canada and Conservation Sudbury. It's a part of the Lake Laurentian Conservation Area. It was originally built in 1992 with dam and dike infrastructure, which acts as a water control, holding more water on the landscape and offering more habitat for waterfowl and wildlife.
So if I were to take a walk today or on the weekend, what would I see? Give our viewers an idea.
You might be lucky enough to see some waterfowl species, especially those mallards and geese that are very easily recognizable. You may also see some different mammals like porcupines, deer, foxes, and if you're lucky and it's warm enough, you may even see some turtles and snakes.
Let's move on to Bass Pond in Espanola. What makes this spot so important to Ducks Unlimited Canada?
It's one of our more rural sites, so it might take a little bit of a drive and a hike in to actually get to Bass Pond, but it's well worth the adventure. You'll get to see some of these remote locations and beautiful wetlands that, again, have a host of wildlife.
So late summer, that's where we are right now. Early fall is a great time to take a walk outdoors. Fewer bugs, of course, plus so much wildlife to view. Any other places worth exploring in northeastern Ontario?
Those two are our top two recommended sites because of their accessibility to the public. We don't require permits to visit those two sites, so it's a great opportunity for folks to just get out and enjoy. There are some other sites, but you'll have to check out our website to learn more.
Okay, and this summer I saw, and I'm embarrassed to say, a red-winged blackbird for the first time. Are people seeing more birds and wildlife?
Yes, we've noticed an increase in wildlife observations, and if people want to participate, just like yourself, helping share the information about sightings, you can download the iNaturalist app on your phone, and that will actually contribute to community science by logging your wildlife sightings.
Linda, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Linda Warren was our guest, and to learn more about the wetlands in our region, head to ducks.ca.
Rick Wyman on location. I am stoked. Coming up tomorrow, the grand opening of the Solid Gold VIP car wash. And who better than my new friend, I never thought this would happen, Ryan Reynolds is in the house here at the car wash. Thanks for joining me. You're excited. I'm really excited, and I'm impressed. Solid Gold, where did the concept come from?
It actually came from down south, I use a car wash down there. And, I just kind of got the idea, and I knew Sudbury didn't have a really good quality car wash. So, this is a couple years later, and this is where we're at.
Ryan, I've got to say, you've thought of everything. You clean car mats. You clean the car effectively. They look great. What's the response been so far?
Like, everybody's blown away. We're getting a really clean car at the end, and our customers are able to use, after their car washes, they're able to use all our free vacuums, and we have our 2 mat washers.
Okay, grand opening celebration coming up tomorrow. You're also doing a big fundraiser for charity.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're doing the fundraiser for the NOFCC. All our hats, we're selling some swag. All the proceeds from that are going towards the NOFCC, and we're actually have a lemonade stand, so you could donate your change from your car.
Free car wash is coming up as well tomorrow. What's up with that?
Yeah, so we're doing a grand opening special. We're going to have a bunch of swag where you can buy hats, and all the proceeds from the hats are going to go towards the NOFCC. And also we're going to have a lemonade stand where you could donate your change from your car, and that's also going to go to the NOFCC.
Well, Travis Kelce had his day the other day with his engagement. I'm actually hanging out with Ryan Reynolds. Come see for yourself. Solid Gold VIP car wash, grand opening tomorrow. You don't want to miss it.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Timmins. Another successful ladies golf tournament raised $39,000 for the Timmins and District Hospital Breast Wellness Center. Golfers and guests embrace the decades by dressing up. And check out these pictures. The tournament launched just 2 years ago and has sold out every year. Well done. Do you like to knit or crochet? Well, the main branch of the Sault Ste. Marie Public Library wants you to know about an upcoming event. The Knit and Crochet Circle is starting next Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30. Join the group for some knitting and crocheting. All experience levels are welcome. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. Folks, for now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.